All right, everybody, we're back. We've got one of our great partners here at the Met PGA section, VPar. He's got a short little presentation here for you to talk about their tournament software and things they can do to help you run your golf tournament program a little better. I've got Tommy Fort and Fred Ivanko here from VPar, and guys, take it away.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having us. Did everyone get our little handout and our ambassador program brochure? Yeah. So I'm Fred Ivanko. This is Tommy Fort. We head up the sales here for VPar in the U.S. Live scoring golf technology company. I'm not sure if you're familiar with us. We do about 1,000 tournaments worldwide. We've probably worked with a handful of you already, but I know we do a few events at Fenway. A little background on the company. Believe it or not, we're about a 10-year-old company, headquartered in the UK. We have about a staff of 30 over there. Like I said, we do about 1,000 events worldwide. I'd say 60-40 split, right, Tommy? 60% over there, 40 here. Been growing pretty rapidly in the US, up to about 400 events. We've got a corporate office in New Jersey, close to 20 staff members there. We have sales agents across the country in all the hotbeds, Texas, California, Florida, Arizona. We have a representative in Canada. So basically, we just want to give you a little overview of our products and services and how they can benefit you. What we're going to focus on is our ambassador program. Basically, a way to make your life easier for your corporate, tournament and charity outing business. We do all the work. You're going to provide extra value for your clients, and it's a way for you to generate revenue for the club or a commission program for yourself. So we'll show you a quick video on our live scoring technology. And it's basically a handheld device, and that's how you create live scoring. So basically, for those of you that may have used live scoring for your events via a golf app, the biggest differentiator between us and anybody else out there, we're the only company that will bring staff to the event, and we'll bring the actual handheld scoring device so you keep score on this device. We do all the work in advance. We either work with you directly or the corporate outing. We get your player pairing spreadsheet in advance, whatever the format is. We set the device up for the tournament, and they're going to keep score on this. So we'll come to the event. We'll show everybody how to use the device. We'll monitor the scoring. We'll give you instant results. There's all kinds of branding and sponsorship opportunities. And basically, our program is that we want you to refer us to your corporate and charity outing business, your Monday outings. We do all the work. We're going to provide extra value for your clients. They're going to have live scoring, branding and sponsorship opportunities, instant results. And then there's a referral program where if you pass your leads to us, we'll give you a 10% commission either back to you or to the club. Or if you, ideally, we'd love for you to build this into your tournament package offering, and it would be a 20% commission. So we'll take you through our product offerings and then how this partnership opportunity would look and how it could generate revenue for the club. So we do also have what we call our TMS, which is our tournament management software. You probably already have something similar now. I know there's USGA has a partnership with another company out there. You may have already used TPP in the past or some other, EventMan, some other technology. So we have a fully functioning tournament management software to help you run your tournament outing business. Full print functionality, GIN integration, handicap integrations, pairings management. And then a lot of bells and whistles to tie into live scoring, pace of play management. We kind of launched last year at the PGA show. It was a soft rollout, more of a beta testing. I think the feedback we found is that our product is simple and easy to use, very dynamic looking, but I think we missed the mark a little bit last year on some of the day-to-day functionality, like the printing. So we did a full launch this year with the PGA show, and we actually just signed a partnership with EasyLinks to roll out a discounted program to all 3,500 clubs there. Do you guys use something now, or what are you using now already that you may have questions on, or how we might compare to that product? No?
How do you stack up with Golf Genius? It's not going to be part of the USGA, so it's going to be right in our face.
The feedback we've gotten at the PGA show, and I personally haven't used Golf Genius extensively, but the feedback we've gotten is that we're simple to use. I think they're a little more tech heavy. So we have a 3-step tournament process that we could show you if you're interested after. You're literally to create a tournament. It's a 3-step process. You go into the first step. It's your tournament information, the format, the tee boxes, players, all that. And then the next step is you're going to upload your player pairing sheet. And then it's a drag and click, pairings management if you're making changes. And then our third step is post-round leaderboards, and how you create your TV leaderboard with advertising or sponsorships or club specials, and that's it. It's very dynamic looking. So the feedback I've gotten is it's simple and easy to use, and it looks great.
For the upgrade through Golf Genius, you need a dedicated member of your staff to make sure that each person in a group has downloaded the app. So the club management system, in our eyes, is great for member events where they're going to have the app all year, and we're going to send them a notification to the game, and they're just going to click into their game. But for a Monday outing, a lot of I come from the green grass side, so a lot of the times it's limited staff, or it's one assistant running the show. So changes and all those things, now he needs someone to go and make sure that everyone has downloaded the app, as opposed to us being there, us managing the changes, us giving each group a device. So it's more of a partnership with the professional.
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly found we've done a number of events where we've asked participants to use their own device to key in scores and things like that. And as easy as that seems like it should be, it really isn't. You got service coverage issues, you've got battery power issues, you've got people that just don't want to be bothered, or they'd rather have their own phone available to text and email, and so I think what you guys do with the devices is different and in my opinion superior. I think the biggest thing, and I'm probably asking the same question he just asked to those, what do you say to people? How do we pitch this to people that already have another management thing, and they say, well, I'm just going to use that for my outings too? How do you kind of get over that barrier of entry to say, this is better for your outings and justify the cost, obviously, so you probably pass it on to the outing itself?
Yeah, so my understanding at this point is that through the USGA partnership, they get the basic Golf Genius model.
You don't have to say it, we know.
Right? No, you get the basic model, right? And then if you want to upgrade for the bells and whistles, which would be your live scoring, something that you really want to present out to a corporate or charity client, I think we're much more consumer facing. So our app is much more consumer facing for your outside clients, non-member clients. Dynamic GPS, 30,000 course directory, performance tracking. And then for those bells and whistles, we have the upgraded service as well. I think our price is slightly less than theirs. We have a 50% discount for PGA members for this year, so significantly less this year. But the opportunity for the live scoring and have us come out there with the devices creates a different experience. So I think they're offering more of a product and a service versus us offering more of an experience. And a way to generate revenue for the club as well, or for the pro.
And also we're on site too. The last thing, from our experience is having a couple groups not do the scoring, and then all of a sudden they come in at the end, they download the app, and then now miraculously they've won. So, our part of it is that we're on site managing the whole thing and making sure that every group has it. So there's really no, oh, I don't want to download the app, or I don't have enough storage, or I don't know my iTunes password to download the app. We're there and taking care of it. So keep your phone, answer emails, or in the bag at a club where they don't allow cell phones as it is. So
I think it's a drastically different experience to provide live scoring, where people can download the app and use their phone, versus staff on site. We come dressed in VPar gear. We have the devices. We work alongside your staff, so it's operational support. We're actually usually sitting there in registration, taking the pairings changes, collecting handicaps for tournaments that have handicaps, helping the players with format questions, training them, showing them how to use the device. And I'll pass it around. It's so easy. It's all touchscreen, very simple and easy to use. I always joke my father has a flip phone, he can use it. So we bring TV leaderboards. We show up, we bring the actual television monitors. We usually bring at least two 50-inch flat screens to every tournament. We set them up prior to the tournament at registration. I have arrival screens, and then TV leaderboards out on the course depending on the power source. Yeah.
All right, the most important question on my end is the cost. That's going to be the biggest driver for me.
So we have a few different models, but if we're working directly with the client, which we do, it's a per player fee. Our standard rate is $35 per player, but quite frankly, we typically end up with a flat rate fee, especially for charity outings. They're always looking to drop every dollar to the bottom line. It depends on where you are in the country, the timing of the year, the schedule, number of players, format. We try to work within reason with most any organization to fit within their budget. If we're working directly with you in terms of like an ambassador program, we try to create a flat rate fee or a wholesale rate for you so that you can mark up whatever you think is going to make most sense for your club.
It varies. I would say
Typically anywhere from $1,000 to about $5,000 for a one-day, full field, one course, one tournament event. Ballpark, right?
Yeah, I mean, locally with having staff in New Jersey and Connecticut and Boston, it makes a whole lot more sense for us local events as opposed to us traveling to North Carolina to do an event. We get closer to the $3,500 for the day or $35 per player. But locally, home games for us are completely flexible. And you guys know your customer too. So it's gonna be a repeat outing where you know how much they spend in the shop already. So you can say, maybe this is an extra $20, guys. I can make $5 a player. We can do this year. So I mean, you guys kind of steer us in that direction because they are your customer.
Sweet spot is probably $2,500 to $3,500 for a 100-player outing for the day. Our arrangement typically would be, let's say it's $2,500, we'll give you a 20% commission, and you could be the go-between. It's a pass-through, or we work directly with the client. You charge them $2,500, you keep $500, we get $2,000. 5-10 events like that, $2,500 bucks, $5,000 for you personally or for the club.
You guys are essentially getting another assistant or two more assistants for the day. So reprinting scorecards, all those things go away. Because the devices are registration team sitting right next to the outing organizer, updating the devices accordingly. So reprinting scorecards and everything, which is time consuming, goes away. Yeah.
So we touched on a lot of what we provide with the live scoring. Like we said, it's a fully managed service. We come with the staff, with the devices. We do over 1,000 events worldwide, ranging from your small local charity event up to PGA Tour and LPGA Tour Pro-Ams. We actually just did the Pro-Am, an actual event for the PNC Fellowship Challenge in Florida. A lot of celebrity Pro-Ams, member events.
Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, Arnold Palmer Invitation, we just did the Pro-Am. We work with, at any one day last year, I think we had an event at Pebble Beach, at Wingfoot, and Bandon Dunes all on the same day, so we, across the country. And this is the actual scoring device right here. Like I said, it's really easy, all touchscreen, and it's all preloaded. You literally just touch anywhere near the player's name, you put in your score. You would do that for, in this case, all 4 players. If it's a stroke play, if it's a scramble, there would just be 1-0. Put in all scores, you hit next hole, and then it creates a live leaderboard right there.
Is there an option in there to put an X or a no score?
Yeah, there actually is. It's called a blob, which we've had a debate on why that is that, but again, UK company, so you put in a blob, that's your X.
And then you got your tabs up here. You got your leaderboard tab, and right here it updates instantaneously. And then you do have a full scorecard so you can see your aggregate all well. Branding and sponsorship. So if it's a member event, you put your club logo up top, or if it's a charity outing, you can put, in this case we have 2, but usually it's 1. And then as well on the device, when you put in your scores in your next hole, you can have a full page drop down on it, so it covers the screen. I don't know if we have any loaded, but so you have full page drop down ads. And on our TV leaderboards, we can pull one up and show you that you can have logo branding on the leaderboards. And then we create a website for the tournament as well, and some other features.
I assume for net events you could have the stroke indexes and it will figure and show up.
Yeah, so actually in this demo you can see here it says handicap, so the device will calculate, you put in your gross score, the device calculates the net.
And it could give like a running team total. If it were a 2 best ball, you could do that.
Yep, so you have on here on the leaderboard, you would have, we could create whatever leaderboard you need. It could be individual, it could be team, and then you would just swipe in this case. Oh, there you go. So you have a couple leaderboards there. Right, what other
Yes,
questions
all
on
we
that?
need from from you guys, the starting hole, handicaps, and pairings. And we handle the rest.
So you come on site, you train each group on how to use this handheld device. They go out, and we can obviously see the live scoring, and you see that group started on 8 or wherever isn't inputting their scores. What do we do at that point? Do you go out?
Yeah,
I go talk to them?
No, we do. So that's one of the benefits of having us on site. So we'll have usually at least 2 people, depending on the size of the event. Could be 4 or more. We monitor the scoring. Our operations guys are pretty fanatical about it, almost to the point that it's scary. But they want to ensure a full leaderboard. The last thing we want to see is somebody through 9 holes and another team through 2. So and I will say this: we try to be as invisible or as visible as you would like us to be, or the client would like us to be, but we do go out there and we try to ensure that everybody keeps scoring, they keep pace. So it's kind of a pace of play management as well, but a full leaderboard experience. We don't want it to just be...
You're going to ranger for us.
We're kind of a ranger, right? Sometimes when we've done events where it's... where we do the events where it's via the app and you see a kind of a half-full leaderboard, it doesn't really captivate the experience.
You ever run into any issues with the ethical aspect of the team that puts in that they're making a 1 or a 2 on every hole versus the reality of it?
Yeah, I mean, we can't stop cheating, right? It's unfortunate you have to address it, but I would say actually sometimes I think we help prevent because it's much more visible. So it's, you come in at the end of a round using a paper scorecard, you just hand your scorecard and then they calculate it, and people are going to say, oh, how were they, 20 under? But in our case, you're going to see it ongoing. You can identify the team, you might know the players, it's a little more visibility. I think they'd be less inclined to cheat. That's my personal opinion, but
It's just like the
we
guys.
can't stop it.
They make sure that the device is working. Same thing. Scores are drastically, low. They will go out and follow a group or watch as the groups are kind of coming in. So yeah, we monitor it that way too.
Yeah, obviously there's much more visibility, but I think it creates more engagement as well. Especially, we find almost every tournament, 50% of the field loves it because those are the guys that are in the middle or pack or the top because they love it. And the guys in the bottom, maybe they think it's okay, but it actually gets them more engaged and they don't want to be last. Or if there's a prize for last as well, that keeps them more engaged. It does. It surprisingly does. So just kind of highlight here, we do have our mobile app, which I said is much more consumer facing. I encourage you to download it. The GPS is very dynamic, aerial overviews of the course. You can drag to hazards, distance of front, center, back of the green, 30,000 course directory. If there's a course that's not in there, we could have it uploaded overnight. Performance tracking now, driving accuracy, greens and regulations, putts per round, and then you can do live scoring with our app. We encourage it more for smaller group trips. It's a little challenging, as we said, for if you're doing it for over 30 players or so. But we do give the app free to, so if you were to have our tournament management software at your club, the app is free for all your members. And then for any of your outside clients that contract us for our full managed service, we give them the app for free as well, so they can use it for GPS during the round. Quick overview on the partnership that we talked about, the brand ambassador program. Just a couple of examples here. Let's say you were to include our service, the upgraded service, at a $3,500 rate for your outside client if you thought that was something that they could manage. We would charge you $2,500, or you can increase your rate per player. You would generate $1,000 per event. And let's say you package it into your total offering for, I think it was 20 clients we had on here. That could be 20,000 revenue for the club or for yourself. I mean, it really is that simple. Or if you wanted to just go with a straight ambassador program and you refer it to somebody, we would do a 20% commission. You can see here based on 20 events at a discounted rate. It can generate $5,000 in revenue. I think we had another example as well after this. But ideally, we'd love for you to build it into your offering. You know, if it was a per player fee that you pass on to the client or a flat rate fee that we work out with you, and you could either then mark up for the wholesale rate or, you know, it's a commission program.
How many sponsor spots do you have?
Branding, you talking about?
Yeah, branding.
So we have, this is called our banner ad. You could, usually most clients will have that for the presenting sponsor or for the tournament itself. But on this, you can see here we have 2, they just get smaller. We have up to 6 drop-down ads. You can do 1 per hole, but it gets a little ad heavy, to be honest. It kind of dilutes the value. We also have on the TV leaderboards, you have left, right, and center logos, and then rotating full-page advertisements, unlimited. Basically, you could set the leaderboard if you wanted to show for a minute, 30 seconds, to flip, whatever. We have, we do a post-round electronic scorecard email. You could brand that. So the minute they put in their last score, each player, as long as we have their email or if you pushed it out to them,
How
they'll
many
get
TVs do you typically bring?
2 usually per, right? We would bring more at your request. I mean, literally, it's just us bringing the TV. Depends on what we have going that day. We could usually accommodate up to 10 events in a day without much shortage of inventory or staff. What are the other branding opportunities? With the website, we create the website. So a lot of the charity outings don't have their own website, so we create a website for them, and you could put logo branding on that, click-throughs. I think that's.
It's great. It's great data capture for the charity or for a club, private club or public course or resort. Now, you know, we're getting their email addresses to send them out the post-round leaderboard. Now, a resort or a charity has 144 now customers who are going to look at, you know, their stuff. They integrate the leaderboard into their social media or their club website or their website to drive traffic back to them. So charities are always, you know, sending out mass mailers and things. It's a great way for them to capture some data as well, and for you guys, maybe potential members.
Touching back on the operational aspect of it, we were talking about staff on site. We get there pretty early as well. So if it's registration, let's say it's at 7:30, our guys are usually there by 6 or earlier, almost too early sometimes. But and then we stay at least an hour after golf. We'll have post-round leaderboards wherever you like them. Usually set up in the F&B area. So we're there all day. What else?
Do you guys charge a scoring fee for your Monday outings already? Is it kind of like a line item on the budget for the? No. So we've found success in some of the clubs with the ambassador program that they already charge a $5 scoring fee or whatever. So it's baked in there. So maybe the following year it goes up to, you know, 15, and it's just part of the mandatory shop spend. Hey, you're getting $25 per player, and you're getting live scoring, you know, part of it. So just a thought. If you guys looked at the line items for your outings.
I don't know if you guys have commentary or not, but the aesthetics of your pages, your leaderboards and the pages, to me, I've seen a lot of them, as I'm sure everybody in the room has. In my opinion, yours are aesthetically as good or better than any that I've seen. I don't know if that's a development thing or if you just have an all-star team on the back end, but.
Yeah, all our guys are in-house in the UK, so it's all
I want to pull up a
in-house.
leaderboard, maybe.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I can be a quick example.
They're just really attractive.
For those of you that may not have seen one.
Absolutely.
So you can do some pretty neat stuff with some of our leaderboards too. So you can have either, if you have the bandwidth, you could have. So here we just have some small Lexus logos, but you could have. I'll show you another one. You could have photos, player photos, club logos, sponsor logos. So this is in the background here. This Lexus is the Lexus Champions for Charity at Pebble Beach. So we do the Pebble Beach background there. And then here's a pretty neat arrival screen that we did for ESPN, the SB tournament out in Pelican Hills. So they have photos of the celebrities and then the SB logo on there. So we'll set this up when players check in, and we could check them, and you'll see a check mark when they come in. So helps for event management for the charity outing. And then people can see what, a lot of times you're going to get questions on the shotgun hole, and, or if it's tee times and who they're playing with. So we set this up prior to the teeing off in the registration area, and then we switch them over to the leaderboards. Any other questions? Are you guys using something like this now already for your member events or corporate outings, or can you see using this type of technology? Does it fit in with your type of client that you have?
Maybe for outings.
Say it again?
Maybe for outings.
Are you guys involved in the sales process of the outings when the charity comes, or is it the GM or membership director or
Event coordinator.
event coordinator?
So we have brochures that we can give you that you can hand out to your client, and then if you thought it was going to furlough, we have a detailed proposal that highlights all of the branding that they get and all the features that we provide. Really details it out for them. That's it.
Cool.
Great.
Great.
Thanks a lot.
You guys.